Hi guys, and welcome to Sue's Crockpot Adventures. I kind of had a funny, weird idea for dinner tonight, and I figured I would let you guys come along for the ride. Now, my ideas, when I have ideas and stuff, they just, come to me out of the blue, and I figure I might as well try them. So that's usually what happens, and it usually turns out pretty good. Now, crock pots are very forgiving, let me tell you. And while I'm talking to you, I'm going to be cutting up some potatoes. I got 5 potatoes here. Now, crock pots are pretty forgiving, and they're awesome. I love my crock pot. It gets a lot of use, and it feels very loved. Because I use it probably, I would say, 3 times a week, and it's just so handy. So I was just, kind of thinking there today. My husband's at work, and he is pouring some cement today. He owns his own landscaping business, and he just does a little bit of everything. It's kind of like a landscape and design business. And so he does a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Today, he just happens to be pouring cement. So anyways, while he's slaving away, I'm slaving away in the kitchen. And I had this idea for kind of like a pork loin roast. And it's going to be a southwestern flair to it. And it's going to be a few added ingredients. And, I've been lately cleaning out my pantry by just experimenting with different dishes and seeing what I can come up with in the crock pot. And I love it because, the hubby's at work and he just, he's doing his thing and I'm here doing mine. And then when he comes home, this will be nice and hot and bubbling away, and he'll just come in and smell this nice creation and say, what the hell is that? No, it'll be good. I'm sure it'll be good. And I wish that my husband was around today because I have a hell of a time opening things, especially cans. I don't think I drained that either. Oh well, that's okay. Anyways, I have a hard time opening things, especially cans, and I always have a couple corners that don't open, and then I have to do this number, and I'm afraid one day I'm going to majorly hurt myself doing that number. And I've actually known somebody who did that and got really, really hurt, and they had to have surgery on their hand because they went down to the nerves. And I'm so afraid of that happening to me. I mean, I'm just not, I don't know what it is. I just have a hard time opening everything. So I had to make sure that I pre-opened everything before I started this show, because I hate fumbling and bumbling around with my stupid klutzy self. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just throwing in some carrots. Hubby doesn't really like carrots that much, and I said I was going to do bigger pieces. These aren't really that big, but I'm sure he can still pick them out. I don't know why he don't like carrots. I love carrots. But I won't throw a shitload of carrots in. I will respect the fact that he doesn't like it that much. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to cut up an onion. And it sucks, when I'm trying to open cans or do a show when my husband's not here because he can't help me. I mean, it's great, if I have a bunch of sailors over, it's great then for my husband to be at work. But when it comes to, I need some help opening up some cans because I'm doing a cooking show, it helps him. It helps to have him around. And just so you know, behind the scenes with me trying to get everything prepped, there's a lot of cussing going on. It becomes Sue's quick and cussy real quick, let me tell you. So, I'm just not even paying attention. I'm sure you guys are probably watching, hopefully, unless you fell asleep, and that's okay too. I'm not even paying attention how I'm cutting all this stuff up. I'm just doing it. Okay, so now for the sauces that I'm going to put in this crock pot. I use some of this La Victoria Thick and Chunky Salsa Verde sauce. I used some of this for a breakfast casserole that I made this morning. And I still have half of a jar left, so it's going in there for dinner tonight. And I really like the green salsa verde sauce. And this is part of what's going to give my dish its southwestern flair. Also a shit ton of beans, which means my hubby's going to have a fun time later. So we got 1 can of Bush's red beans in hot sauce. I know this sounds like a really weird dish, but I'm hoping for the best. This is a can of Southwestern style corn. See, there is a method to my madness, and yes, that's why I said this is going to be like a Southwestern style pork roast. Then I'm going to add this big can of cream of mushroom soup, the family size. Oh boy. Oh, I hate when I reach over to grab a spoon and there is not one there. I'm just going to use this pie cutter. Very oftentimes in Sue's Quick and Easy, I am not prepared. But that's because, you know, these shows, sometimes they just come to me. Sometimes I think about them for quite a while. And then sometimes an idea just comes to me right off the top of my head and I want to go out into the kitchen and try it real quick before I forget what it is. So that's what it is, folks. So that's what happened to me today. Just sitting around watching my soap operas. No, I'm just kidding. I don't watch soap operas. I was just sitting around and playing on the computer a little bit. And I came up with this idea. And I was just like hurrying up to get to the kitchen to try it out. So it was going to just be a regular pork loin. But it turned into something, a little bit of adventure. You always get adventure, fun, and surprises on my show. Okay, so this is ready to use the minced garlic. I really don't like the process of mincing garlic myself, so I'm using this. And if I got a little bit of juice in here, that's okay. The potatoes will absorb it. This is the weird part that I thought might be kind of good. This is a squeezable bottle of sweet jalapeno relish. And I'm just going to put some of that, a couple squeezes of that in here too. So like I said, I mean, it's just really experimental today on Sue's Quick and Easy. And I'm not sure how it'll turn out, but after this is cooked for 6 hours in the crock pot, I will come back for a taste test and I will let you guys know. Okay, so this is the part where I try to open this garlic and herb pork sirloin, tenderloin, whatever I called it. It says pork tenderloin. No, it says pork sirloin. Okay, this is a piece of pork. Got it for $5 over at Safeway. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but usually they're pretty expensive. So I did get a deal on what they usually charge. Okay, so I'm supposed to have these scissors now so I don't have to cut things with a knife anymore, because I scare people when I do that, but fuck it. Sometimes the package just doesn't cooperate with you. Okay, so this is going in on top, and it'll shrink down quite a bit. Now let's see if I can get it out of the package. Ooh, come on baby, work with mama. Okay, so this is flavored with garlic and herb. Okay, so I'm just going to get in there with my hands because they're clean and there's some pork blood draining out of this package into here. That'll be fine. I'll cook up. I'm going to kind of give everything a mixeroo with my hands a little bit because your hands are your best utensils. And this smells actually really good. I have a lot of faith in this dish. I actually think it's going to turn out really great. Mark my words, okay? Alright, so that's all the stuff I guess I was going to add. Probably later on I'll add some granulated garlic too because I love this stuff. And I love extra garlic in everything I cook. So that's it. Going in the slow cooker for about 6 hours. And when it's done I'll come back with a taste test. Okay, so what I did was the last hour of cooking time because my husband was out late working. I put some of these cheapy refrigerated biscuits on top and just let them cook for a half hour and then I flipped them over. And so that'll go good with our pork stew is what it turned into. And the last little minute touches that I'm going to add to this stew is I'm going to put a little bit of shredded cheese on top, a little bit of jalapeno slices. I don't like to heat mine. I like them cold because I don't like an extra amount of heat. And when you eat them cold, they're not as hot. So, does that make sense? Yes, it does. Okay, and then a little dollop of sour cream. Okay, that is my finished product. And I'm going to, bright light, I'm going to take a little taste test here. And see how this is. I'm sure it'll be great. Where's the big pieces of pork? I didn't get any. I'm going to have to go back. Oh, okay, here's a big piece of pork. I also, at the last part of the cooking, I also took the pork out and let it cool a little bit, and then I chopped it into bite-sized pieces and turned it into a stew instead of like a roast. So, here we go. Cheers. You're going to love this. This was a very experimental dish. This was Sue's adventure. And man, I tell you, you can throw anything in a crock pot and it just tastes great. I'm in love with my crock pot. Anyways, as usual, and the pork is nice and tender. Thank you for joining me. I enjoyed having you. And thanks for watching. There will be plenty more adventures coming your way on Sue's Quick and Easy. Take care, everybody. Bye.
And please subscribe to her channel.
And please remember to like and subscribe and comment and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, love you.
We appreciate it. Thank you.